Hi, everyone. I'm Ashley Brocco, Senior Manager of Product Marketing at Dashing Diva. Thank you guys so much for joining us today for Sally Beauty University DIY Live. Today, we're going to be talking about how to gel mani like a pro using our latest innovation, Glaze. In this segment, you'll learn a little bit about the latest innovation, and of course, I'll be walking you through how to achieve a semi-cured gel manicure like a pro. Let's get started. So, as some of you may have seen, our Glaze products have made their way onto Sally Beauty stores and on sallybeauty.com. Our art studio and color studio designs are what you'll find in stores and online, and they come in a variety of colors, designs, finishes, and effects. And so on the screen here, you'll kind of get a little taste for all variety of things that we're offering. So right here on the left, this blue guy is our Sparkling Sea. This is one of our art studio designs. It has a really beautiful glitter metallic sort of finish here and makes it really special for the holiday season. We also have one of our most popular designs. It's called Cheetah Drip. And you can sort of see this really beautiful sort of wave French with a cheetah accent, as well as glitter design particles in there too. This is a really popular favorite amongst a lot of our divas. And so I'm sure our Sally Beauty crowd's going to love it as well. Our art studio designs, they retail in Sally for $15.39. And our color studio shades, right now there's 16 shades in Sally Beauty and they retail for $11.39. All of our packs include 34 semi-cure gel strips. They also include 2 prep pads, a nail file, and a wooden manicure stick. And so I'm actually going to open this guy. This is our raspberry pink shade. So when you open up our packages, you'll find that there is a black box in here. And what makes this really important is that this is what we save in store, any leftovers that we may have. It's also really important to make sure as you're applying your manicure to put your strips away so that any interference with any light, as well as the mini LED UV lamp, that sort of protects them and prevents them from hardening later on. So I'm going to open up this pack here. Oh my gosh, look at this shade. This is one of our most popular shades. I'm actually matching this color. I totally didn't plan that. But what you'll see in here is a bunch of different sizes. We offer 12 different sizes in our Glaze products, really making it super inclusive for anyone with larger nail beds or more narrow nail bed styles. And the same thing goes for our art design palettes. You'll also find in here a little instruction manual, which is really helpful when you're going through your application or removal. You'll also see 2 prep pads that we like to use when we begin our mani, as well as a tapered manicure nail file, as well as a mini wooden manicure stick. And I'm going to show you guys how we use all this together. So what makes Glaze different from all other products out there is that it's really this hybrid gel polish takes on a press-on mani type of finish. So for those of you who love artificial nails or just love your traditional nail polish, this product is definitely for you. And what makes it really awesome is that it stays gel strong for up to 14 days without chipping, without scratching, without any sort of wrinkling that you may experience from more traditional nail polish gel strips, as well as a non-damaging removal. And I know a lot of people are always super concerned with, will this product damage my nails? And the answer is no, it won't. And I think that's what is so super exciting about this new innovation. And so in taking you through some of the key benefits of this product, really what sets our semi-cure gel strips apart from others that you might be familiar with is our triple layer technology. And this basically means the sculpted shape that you sort of are able to see in the actual strip itself. Sort of holding it up here to the camera so you can kind of get a glance from the side to sort of see that shape there. So they're not flat, right? You're going to have a more sculpted edge and a more tapered, narrowed cuticle line. And what's the purpose of this really is to prevent any sort of debris, water, or hair from getting caught. It acts as sort of a barrier and helps to create and give the illusion of a natural nail. Something else that's really exciting about this product is the triple layer technology, which really brings together a base color, color, as well as a top coat. And I know a lot of people have been asking us, do I need a base coat? Do I need a top coat with this product? And the answer is no. All three of those layers are already built into our triple layer technology. And so really, when you're applying, you're getting that smooth finish foundation, you're getting that super saturated, bright pigment design or color, as well as this super shiny top gel layer that is going to keep your nails looking as beautiful and shiny on the first day as it is on the last. And so now that I sort of kind of walked you through some of our key features, why don't we start with a step-by-step tutorial? And so one of our most important, I guess you would say almost like a pet peeve at Dashing Diva, is prep. Prep is the most important step for all of our products. And so we always include a prep pad for you guys to start with. I also previously washed my hands with soap and water before this. And so the prep pad really is just to enforce any oils or debris, lotions that might have made their way onto your nails. I always tell people to try to avoid any sort of even soaps that are oil-based and to use something that's super cleansing to help remove any of those oils or lotions or skincare products, if you're a skincare junkie like me, from the surface of the nail. And that really helps to make sure that the product adheres for the 14 days. And so you're sort of seeing me right now, just taking the prep pad. I'm really rubbing all over my nail bed, making sure to even take it and sort of wrap it even under my free edge just to remove any debris under there. Since I am going to be wearing these for the 14 days, I want to make sure I just have a really clean nail. And with, COVID and everything, I know people are so much more concerned about the sanitary and sanitation of their nails and their hands. And so this will just help to ensure that there is nothing under there that might get lost. So I'm sort of just air drying a little bit. This is another really helpful pro tip. Make sure that before you apply your strips, you are giving that prep pad the chance to just air down and dry. We wouldn't want to apply our strips on top of something that's moist. We also recommend avoiding lotions or oils about 2 hours before applying this product, just so that the adhesion is able to be used to its maximum potential. And so now that I kind of prep my nails, I'm going to push back my cuticles. If you guys have any cuticles that are overlying on the nail bed, definitely make sure you get those and sort of push them back. This will help to ensure that, again, the strip really just adheres to the cuticle line area of your nail. And of course, if you would like to file or change the shape of your nails, certainly you can go ahead and do that as well. But I will teach you a helpful trick when it comes down to clipping the excess off. And so this is one of my pro secrets. So to start, I am gonna really size. We wanna make sure that we're sizing our nails properly. This is another critical step of the application process. Being that there are 12 sizes, it may get a little overwhelming, but certainly take your time. Make sure that you really are picking the best size for your nail bed and your nail shape. What you'll notice is that on one side of our strips, you'll find that the shape of the strip has a tendency to be a little bit more square. The other side is a little bit more round. And so for myself, I do have more square shaped nails on my thumbs and I think on my middle fingers than I do on my pointer and ring. And so you can use either side. There's no right or wrong way to use this. And so, yeah, I'm gonna kind of get started here. What I love about our strips is that they are clear, right? So you can kind of hover them over, see how they look. If you feel like you want to get a little bit of a closer feel, definitely you can take it. They're flexible, so feel free to bend them over your actual nail itself just to see, is that the right shape for me? And yeah, this one looks good. So I'm going to take it right off the clear film. And you'll notice that there is another clear film as an overlay on top of this. I recommend you actually leave that film on the strip itself until after you apply. So I have the film on here, and I'm going to start right down here at my cuticle edge, apply smack dab in the middle. And then I'm going to take my thumb and I'm really just going to roll it out, right? I'm going to press it down and make sure that the strip is smooth, there's no air bubbles. And then from there, I'm going to take this film right off and just set it aside. You really don't need that anymore at this point. And so what you can see is me really just shaping the strip, right? Feel free to sort of flex it if you want to pull a little bit on the sides there. Our strips are flexible, and that's what makes these really great, right? Because these are semi-cured. So that means that they're cured about 60% of the way, leaving that other 40% up to you. And that will be for you to use our mini LED lamp. So before we even cure, I'm going to just make sure this guy is really set down on my nail. And then I'm going to take our manicure stick, right? And what we want to do with this manicure stick is to actually apply it and press down all over the strip surface itself. This is going to ensure that the strip edges are really smooth and pressed down along the edge of the nail and the strip itself. And you can feel free to sort of flip it over, and on this sort of tapered side of the manicure stick, I'm going to just apply some force and I'm going to push the front forward. This will help make sure that even the free edge that I do have on my nail is, getting that strip secured firmly. There's no any sort of, looseness or bubbling happening. And then from there, I'm going to take a manicure clipper and I'm going to just clip along the free edge of my nail. And so if you remember that helpful hint I was telling you guys about, what I like to do is actually, instead of shaping my nails completely in my prep step, I like to kind of use this time to take away any excess nails that I might have, right? So if I'm clipping with the strip any excess, I also am sort of taking a little bit of my free edge with it. And this actually is just my own little trick I like to do. I feel like it smooths the edges and gets them really nice and even. As you can see, there's no sort of gapping happening here or anything like that. And so overall, oh, look at this color. It looks so pretty. So yeah, so now that this guy's on me, I'm actually going to just continue sizing and applying my other nails out and repeating the same 2 steps as I had mentioned before. And so this guy looks right for me. Again, feel free to kind of stretch that strip over your nail. You can remove the clear film, set it aside, and just using your other hand, kind of just roll it out, pressing down along all the edges of your nail itself. Okay. Here you kind of see me clipping my nail with the strip. And that's just like such a helpful little trick, because then the strip is the same shape and size and length that I'm looking for, especially for my nails itself. I don't really have too much filing to do afterwards. Oh, this feels so good. Let's give myself a fresh mani. Believe it or not, I don't have much time to wear new designs or styles. I'm always testing products. And so for me, this is a real treat to be able to do my nails with you guys. Now I'm gonna do my pinky here. So you guys might see me sort of going back and forth in my sizes. A helpful hint for sizing is if you feel like you're in between sizes, we definitely recommend sizing down. This will help to ensure that the fit is nice and the application and adhesion is strong on the nail. If you were to say size up or choose the larger size versus the smaller of your in between sizes, you might experience some bubbling. And that is definitely common. The strip might not cure evenly. And so feel free if you're looking at your nail after you press on, you're like, I don't really think that that's the right size for me. Go back. There's an abundance of different nail shapes or sizes, rather, I should say. And you guys will certainly be able to find one that suits you. And again, feel free to kind of stretch that strip if you are in between sizes to kind of get a little bit extra coverage on the edge where you feel like you might be seeing some of your natural nail peek out. And my last one is my thumb. I saved my thumb for last. Okay. This one was a perfect fit. Okay. So now that I have majority of the free edge strip piece cut off, I have applied all of my strips. I'm just going to go over them one more time with my thumb. Okay. Once you cure the nail under the lamp, it will harden and it will become almost close to impossible to make any sort of adjustments or tweaks to the strips themselves. Unlike our other products that you can kind of pick up and move around or shift over if you need to, these strips will stay put once they are cured under the LED lamp. And so again, I just want to make sure I'm have smoothed them all out. All the edges are really clean, wrapped around the nail bed. I don't have any sort of wrinkling happening. And I feel good about my sizes, right? I know some people might feel like, maybe I can better size, maybe this one. But, again, I think for now, these all look really good. So what you're going to do next is you're going to take your box and you're going to make sure you take all these excess strips and you're going to put them away. You're going to put them in your box. You're going to put the lid on. You're going to put it to the side so that these guys can be used later on. There's plenty of strips to do probably another manicure, potentially even a few pedicures if I cut them really good. And so I want to save those strips for later. And so now that that's sort of tucked off to the side, I have our Dashing Diva mini LED lamp. This is such a cute lamp. It's upside down. Let me turn it right side over. So here you can kind of see it's a 6-light LED lamp. It has these mini legs that prop up, which is really fun and makes it super easy and fun to travel with. It literally can fold up almost like a cell phone. You could put it in your bag, your carry-on. You can also actually, if you prefer, and don't have a table space, you can close the legs and actually hold the lamp itself and apply or cure your nails that way. But since I do have my table space in front of me, I am going to prop up those legs and set it down. The lamp has a 2-timer finish, meaning that you can either do a short times cure or you can do a long times cure. The short times cure is 45 seconds and the long times cure is 60. You can also do either 1 full cure or 2 for those of us that feel like they're want to just making sure that everything is finished completely. I am a 2 cure person, so I'm going to cure twice, but just note that that's not necessary to harden the strips. And so here I'm just going to press them on and just make sure all my fingernails are nice and evenly distributed underneath that lamplight. We do recommend curing your 4 fingers first before your thumb. And so I'm just going to do my 4 fingers and then I'll do my thumb separately. There have been times where I've noticed a few people have commented saying that they had some sensitivity to the lamp. If you guys feel like there's any sort of warmth that's coming from your nails themselves, you may have a little bit of a damaged nail surface. I'm sure many of you who are gel mani people that do go to the salon and get their nails done, you might even be experiencing some of that warmth in the salon. And it really is due to a damaged nail surface. And so for this purpose, if you're feeling that, feel free to just take your nail out, put it back in, and give it a chance to regroup. But overall, I think you should be fine. The strips are great and they really are just super easy to apply and remove. And for me, I am definitely excited to wear them. I'm actually kind of sad that I'm going to have to show you my removal. I might have to do my nails after this. But overall, they do last for 14 days. The shine is super beautiful and you guys will have the chance to see that right now. And so if you can see, almost after I cure them, they become almost even shinier, and that's so cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tapered manicure file and I'm just going to sort of angle the file, right? You don't want to keep the file up and down parallel. You really want to kind of tuck it a little bit underneath your nail so that as you're filing, you're not over filing. We don't want to take any of that strip away, right? We just want to take away any of the excess that might be remnants from the actual nail clipper itself. And what you can actually do too is flip the file if you're finding that one corner has kind of a piece of the strip sort of hidden. And it's great because I can sort of get the corners of my nails and sort of shape them the way that I like. And so I'm more of a schoolful girl these days. And so I'm just going to kind of file that away and make it nice and smooth. As you're filing, another pro tip is to not necessarily file hard back and forth, right? If we do that, not only are we damaging our free edge, which could potentially have the ability to grow, but we're just sort of compromising the edges themselves. And so when I file, I always like to file in one single direction. Feel free to file both ways, just don't file harshly back and forth. I'm actually going to flip my hand over and file towards myself. And you guys should file as you feel comfortable. Okay. Wow. These look great. All right. Well, now that I'm done doing my glaze on my left hand, I'm going to actually give you guys a quick demo on how to take off your glaze. Believe it or not, you don't need an acetone remover to do this. You don't need to soak them off. I know that is something that's super frustrating for women in the salon, or those of you who are brave enough to do your gel manis at home. We actually make it really, really simple to take off, and I'm going to show you now what we use. And so what you can find in Sally Beauty stores is our Nourishing Cuticle Oil. This cuticle oil has a really, really nice applicator, making it super fun and controllable to apply your oil. The actual oils themselves that are in this product are almond, apricot, and jojoba oil, for, just basically your overall anti-inflammatory properties, antioxidant properties, as well as antifungal. And so feel free to use this to help remove any of your Dashing Diva products. And so what you'll do is you'll actually just take the sort of the metal ball that's on the edge of here, right? And you can just press it down and squeeze the actual tube itself and just kind of go back and forth around your cuticle line. This is just to evenly saturate your cuticle area. And I'm going to do it for 2 of my nails to hopefully salvage some of the other ones. And so here you can kind of just see me making sure that the entire area is super hydrated. And I'm just going to give it about a minute or so just to kind of permeate the surface. We want to allow the oil to kind of break up some of the adhesion that's there, helping me to take the strip off itself. And so I'm just going to give it another second or so. And this product is really awesome to use whether you're removing your Dashing Diva products or if you're in between manicures. We always love our Red Therapy collection line. And this particular product itself smells really well, and it has a really awesome botanical blend. And so now I'm ready to remove. And what you can do is you can actually use this manicure stick again. Again, I am using that tapered side of the manicure stick. And what I'm going to do is take the tapered side and I'm actually going to gently run it across the outline of the strip. So I kind of just want to go around the strip, around the nail itself, and I want to loosen it up, right? I want to almost separate the strip from the nail. And this is just going to help me get under there a little bit better. So I'm just running it under here. And what I'm actually doing is each time I do a pass through underneath, I'm just inching the wooden stick a little bit further and further. And so you can totally do this too. It's just helping me to really get under there. I don't want to rip it off. I don't want to pull it off. I don't want to rush it off. I just want to have patience and take my time and know that I'm getting the strip off correctly. And so here you can kind of see I have fully removed the first nail. And so as I was mentioning earlier, I kind of described gloss as being sort of this hybrid product, right? Because it's a strip that physically is on a strip, but then as it hardens with the actual lamp, it almost hardens to an artificial press-on nail. So you guys can see how it sort of has maintained its shape even after it's removed, and it's really, really, really cool, and it's nice and hard. And so I can actually tap my nails on the surface too to sort of show you that. But ultimately, the strip is taken off and I have a super clean and healthy nail bed. I'm going to do the same for my thumb because I did apply that cuticle oil. So again, I'm just going to take my time going around the strip, around each edge. I want to make sure that the oil is getting under there. It's helping the adhesive to break up. And I'm not ripping or pulling. Again, we want to give the adhesive a chance to release. If you guys feel like you need a little bit more cuticle oil, feel free to just, give it a little squeeze and it'll kind of just drop down in there. And then I'll use that to really help release. There you go. Awesome. We have a really exciting product that I'm actually going to drop on our live today. And so this product that's coming soon to Sally Beauty is Dashing Diva Red Therapy Magic Off. This is our first artificial nail remover that can be used across all of our product lines, from gloss to glaze to magic press. And this is a really awesome product that can help alleviate any of the tension. It can also work in place of your cuticle oil. You feel free if you're comfortable to use both. But this will be a product coming soon to Sally Beauty stores. And so I just wanted to mention it so you guys can be sure to look out for it. And yeah, so overall, I just was wondering, do any of you guys have any sort of questions for me today? I'm happy to take any questions that you guys have and sort of answer them for you. So let's see. Okay. So, what do you do if you mess up a nail? So, that's a really great question. If you mess up a nail, you can take it off really easily and apply another. Your pack includes 34 semi-cured gel strips, and all of our sizes do come in duplicates or quads. So, if you are the same size, of course, on your right hand as on your left, there will be an extra 2 sizes in there for you. And certainly feel free to explore the size options that you have left over, and try to see if you can find the right size for you. Also, another helpful hint is a lot of people are actually building their mani arsenals and sort of creating their own unique nail art designs. So, for example, if I wanted to hold on to these leftovers, and let's say I used my glaze cheetah drip, right? And I had leftovers of these, I would hold on to both of those guys and potentially create my own unique design in a few weeks from now. And so if you don't find enough sizes or the correct size for yourself after your little feel free to open up another pack and just be unique and create your own design itself. So, what can you do to prevent lifting, or what can you do if you notice lifting after applying? So, to prevent lifting, we're really going to want to use that wooden manicure stick, right? This is probably, along with the prep and the sizing, one of the most critical steps in your application process, because any sort of lifting would be happening around the actual edges of the strip, right? And so what this wooden manicure stick does is it reinforces that to make sure that there are no edges that might say be lifted or uneven from your nail. If you're noticing that lifting, after applying, then I would recommend taking that strip off, re-prepping your nail, or that one finger, and utilizing the secondary prep pad that's in your pack, and just making sure that that nail surface is clean of any oils or debris, and starting over. I'm sure you will have an easier application the second time around, so definitely don't give up. Can you wear hand lotions or oils after applying these nails? I'd be worried about my nails coming off. And that's a really, really great question. I would recommend you stay away from any oils or lotions for about an hour or two after you apply. And really, that's just to help to reinforce the actual adhesive on the underside of glaze, right? We want to give it a chance to fully adhere to the nail surface. Almost if you were to use, say, a vinyl or some sort of sticker at home, you kind of want to avoid getting it wet and allow the area to dry completely. And so while the lamp does harden the nail, I would try to avoid the oils to prevent any premature lifting if possible. What color is this? This is raspberry pink, guys. This is one of our 16 glaze colors that are in Sally Beauty and sallybeauty.com. So definitely make sure you check out all the beautiful shades that we have. Okay, if you guys don't have any more questions for me, I just want to say thank you guys so much for today's session. I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to glaze like a pro. Basically, you can purchase all of these products that we use today at your local Sally Beauty or at sallybeauty.com. You can also shop via the Sally Beauty app. For even more glaze content, feel free to follow at Sally Beauty or at Dashing Diva _USA for more content, more how-tos, more glaze and confused type episodes if you guys have more questions. And certainly be sure to check out our highlights for any additional questions you may have about glaze. Thank you so much. Lastly, I forgot to mention, make sure that you take part in the promotion that we're offering at Sally Beauty, where you'll receive a free mini LED lamp with the purchase of any two Dashing Diva Glaze products. This promotion does end on December 31st, so be sure to get out there and get them. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your days.